Hey you guys, this is part 2 of my introduction video. And just in case you missed that video, my name is Uzo and this vlog is called Uzo Be Living. B stands for Belgium, by the way. So Uzo Be Living, Uzo Belgium Living. Whatever you choose to call it is fine with me. In this vlog, I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I chose to study in Belgium because I feel like that's the starting point before we delve into, other pertinent issues. First of all, I have to say that um, so I have a previous master's from the UK, and along the line, I got into personal training, and I always wanted to do like a health-related course. So I applied to several UK universities. I applied to one in Spain. I applied to one in Sweden, and then I applied to Belgium, Ghent University. In the UK, I applied to study public health because there was no global health. In Spain, I applied to study, I think, global health as well, but I don't remember the details now. And in Belgium, I applied to study global health. And the reason I wanted to study this thing, public health or global health, is because they're interdisciplinary. So what that means is you don't really have to have a health related degree to be able to study public health or global health. Well, depending on the university that you're applying to. In Sweden, um, yeah, it seemed like I don't remember really, but it seemed like I had to have a health degree or something, but I don't remember. But Sweden didn't work out. I didn't even get the admission at all because thanks to my university, they sent my transcript long after the deadline had passed. So I didn't even stand a chance. Let's get to the juicy part of the gist. Why Belgium? Hmm. Like I said before, I have a master's from the UK. So I wanted to go back to the UK, but at the same time, I thought, I think it'd be nice to explore somewhere else. Actually, by the way, I have family in the UK, so that would have just been like soft landing. And so many times in my 1 year in Belgium, I just felt like, Uzo, we should have just gone to the UK, where you see familiar faces, people, it would have just been perfect. But I have coconut head. So I decided, okay, well, yeah, maybe you should see life. You should, go somewhere else where you don't have family because for the past 38, sorry, 37, because 30, I just turned 38. For the past 37 years of my life, I've always lived with family. Like, always. Family has always been nearby, or I have lived there. So, I was like, well, maybe it's just time to, experiment a little bit by living by myself. In retrospect, I don't know if that was like the wisest decision, but here we are. So yes, I got the UK admission, like I said, but I wanted something different. So it was either Spain or Belgium. Now, here's the distinction between the two. The reason why I finally settled for Belgium. In Spain, it was a 1 year course, actually 10 months, and after the interview, I was told it's going to be an intensive 10-month course, like literally no breathing space. I was like, I want to study and breathe, please. So I'm not doing this. I really don't want that. And that was how, I eliminated Spain from the whole. But apart from the duration of the course, there were several other things that endeared me to Belgium. First of all, our course has this really, really, really great thing where they assign you mentors. And I'm not talking mentors like supervisors in terms of your thesis, but mentors who are supposed to help you, professionally help you figure out what you want to do after the course and then guide you towards that. So when I read about it, naturally, I felt like I knew what I wanted to do because before I came here, I already decided, okay, you know what, I want to study for a PhD and blah, blah, blah. But when I read about the fact that you actually have a mentor who looks at your academic history and is able to guide you towards where, your strengths lie, I felt, this is definitely a plus for me. So I gravitated towards that. Secondly, the difference between the Spanish or the Spain admission and the Belgium admission was the fact that you get to do an internship as part of your course. And for me, that was really important because I feel like it's not just about studying, about the academic aspect. You also should have, a taste of the practical aspect. So yeah, again, it was a no-brainer. And just like the UK again, let me not completely eliminate the UK, but these were things I also considered because I mean, if there was like an internship in the UK, I probably would have, gravitated towards that and just forgot all about living by myself because I mean, who wants that stress? But yeah, that internship and the mentorship super important to me. Then when I read about the rankings, hey God, of the Belgium universities, I was like, let me go there. I'm not saying that the UK has bad rankings or the Spanish university, and I don't even remember the Spanish university now. Not saying they have bad rankings, but just being part of that top 100, top 150 league, like your university is, one of the top ones in the world, that prestige, that comes with that. I definitely wanted to be part of that. So that was also another factor, another deciding factor for Belgium. Again, the length of the course. So in the UK and in Spain, the course was 12 months. In Belgium, it was 2 years, 24 months. It's not been an easy journey so far because the last 1 year has been completely crazy. So maybe I was expecting that, okay, maybe there's, it to be easier, the workload would be easier, but I lied. I thought when I applied and when I decided to follow through with this admission, I thought that, okay, 24 months, at least you'll have a bit more time and everything, but it's a lie. I mean, you cannot choose a university that has a good ranking and expect them to do rubbish. So that was a deciding factor. But at the end of the day, if I had foreseen the future, I probably would have gone for the UK one or the Spanish one. Because in all honesty, the workload is not any different. If anything, you suffered. Another deciding factor was the school fees. So in Spain, my school fees would have been about 10,000 something euros minus living costs, just school fees. In the UK, God, I beg, the school fees was like £17,000 or £18,000. When Belgium, the fees were pretty reasonable. It was about 4,000, the first year that is, 4,500 euros or thereabout. I mean, all of these things don't include living costs. And of course, you have to also think about the fact that in Belgium, there's the second year. So in retrospect, yeah, maybe it wasn't the wisest financial decision, but at that time it seemed like a really good deal to me. And then I thought, okay, well, comparing the living cost and everything, I mean, I think in retrospect, it was actually cheaper to come here and go to the UK because when you compare the living costs for 1 year as well as the school fees, yeah, it's more expensive. Another thing is ease of travel within the EU. I know this doesn't really concern the Spanish university because it would have been the same anyway, but with the UK university, like imagine wanting to travel and having to apply for visa. Applying for visa is not it's not being so. It's very, no matter how much you love to travel, if you have to keep applying all the time, you're just gonna be like, yeah. But then living in Belgium, like you can literally go to so many places and not worry about having to fill application forms and all of that. So yeah, living in the EU was definitely something that I wanted to do because I love to travel. So yeah, I just wanted to live where I can travel to so many places without having to go through the hassle of applying for visa. Finally, I know this might be a bit shallow, but I'm just being honest. So when I was growing up, my mom used to talk about Brussels a lot because she used to come here a lot when she was somewhat younger. And I was just like, so Brussels is in Belgium. Maybe I should go there so that I can visit Brussels. Like I said, it's shallow, forgive me, but being honest. And, when I got the admission, I just felt, so I can actually live in Brussels. I promise, I really wanted to live in Brussels before I got here and I realized that, things are not really the way you see. But yeah, Brussels was definitely one of the factors that made me move to Belgium. So guys, these are the things that made me choose Belgium over going to the UK or going to Spain. and they're not perfect. So, but that was my decision. I looked at all these things before I made the decision to move here. So if you're considering relocating for school or for work or whatever it is, you have to weigh all your options. You have to choose what is important to you and then move to a place that has the things that are important to you. I'm not saying that it will be perfect. I'm not saying that you won't regret it because, like I said, yeah, there's so many times I have questioned my decision. But at the same time, I guess for me, the reasons why I moved here have always kept me somewhat focused. So even when I'm feeling sad, even when I'm feeling like, oh my God, I regret this whole thing, the reasons why I moved here have just, kept me grounded somewhat. So again, before you move, think about the things that are important to you. For some people, is maybe let me just do this course for 1 year and get off my life. For some people, fees. For some people, ease of travel. For some people, like ease of so many things. And by the way, Belgium is like, yeah, it's not the easiest. It's not a society with the easiest system. It's very bureaucratic. So there's so many things you have to take into consideration. But just choose a place that has all the important things that you need. Belgium met a lot of the things on my list, and that is why I'm here today. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.